Countdown to the caucus continues today, less than a week away, and there's those completing their final push to help those candidates of their choice, or many others who are still trying to make up their minds on who to support. Channel 13's Whitney Blakemore joins us live this morning again from Smoky Row Coffee Shop with more. Good morning, Whitney.
Yeah, good morning, Maria. Yes, like you said, I'm here at the Smoky Row Coffee Shop in downtown Des Moines, and we'll be here all week long previewing the Iowa caucuses. This morning I'm joined with Greg Wolf. He is a professor at Drake University, and just kind of talk me through, you guys obviously are kind of looking at Monday coming up and seeing how it's maybe going to be different than in years past, because just of the way that results are going to be released from at least the Democratic side.
Yeah, so the Democratic Party usually just releases delegate count totals following the caucus night. And this time, for the first time, they're going to release raw vote totals in both the first preference round and in the second preference round, in addition to the delegate totals. And so it'll give candidates an opportunity to claim victory, or at least say that they have exceeded their expectations in terms of raw vote totals, even if they don't win in the delegate count.
Yeah, and that could maybe muddle results a little bit, like you said, from that standpoint, because there is the opportunity for people to kind of jump ship if they don't have that 15%.
Yeah, so the realignment round will certainly muddle things a bit, and this is where the candidates that aren't viable, right, they'll be able to say, you know, well, we did better than expected in the first round in some areas, but they may not just have accumulated delegates statewide in a way that would allow them to claim any sort of victory in that regard. So in terms of, you know, claiming victory or saying that we've exceeded expectations and we can count this as a win, because coming in first isn't always winning in the Iowa caucuses.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, those raw vote totals will allow them to put a different spin going forward than they've been able to previously.
Yeah, and one of the things that you're kind of doing is explaining this process to some of your college students. They just got back to class yesterday. Kind of talk me through the importance of these young voters turning out for the caucuses on Monday.
Yeah, so young voters historically, we know that they don't turn out and vote in general elections at nearly as high rates as people who are older do. But as we learned anything from 2018, young voters turned out at higher rates than they had previously. And on college campus especially, they're pretty engaged in this process, from just volunteering for candidates, going around knocking door to door. And so, you know, they're very engaged in the process, and I think they're really looking forward to caucus night.
Yeah, it will be interesting, and you said at least on Drake's University campus, there is kind of Elizabeth Warren and Pete Buttigieg support there, so that will be interesting how all of that turns out. But we would love to hear from more Iowans right here at Smoky Row Coffee Shop. So come out and join us this morning, grab a coffee, and sit down. We'd love to chat.
And Whitney, you're going to be there all morning and live again in the noon. So if you miss her this morning, catch her before noon because she will be there. Thank you so much, Whit.